Hey guys, it's me, Andrew Viaria. Welcome to Great Days. Um, I'm gonna start off with a video to basically bring in a introductory into who I am. So the title of this video, as you can see from the title when you clicked on it, is Who Am I? Now, who am I? I am Andrew Viaria. This is my name, my government name. It's been given to me with a birth certificate, and like a title to a car, I am manufactured in many. Um, there's a lot of Andrews in the world, but let's stray away from the name that I have been given, and let's go more into what I revolve around, what I gravitate towards, what my frequency is all about, as you can feel right now through the camera and the audio and the video and everything simultaneously working in your experience. But who am I according to what I gravitate towards first? Basically, I am a person who was always or is always very communicative, friendly, first of all. I love people. I love being around people, but with with the chaos going on all around nowadays, I've kind of steered towards just emotionally distancing myself to keep a consumering cleansing going in and out of me. But um I'm a very friendly person. I am always gravitating towards knowledge and attaining more and more on the daily. This is how I am. I'm not too materialistic when it comes to pleasurably dwelling within materials. I am a Gemini, so astrologically, according to the zodiac, I am an air sign, meaning I am the lightest of elements, and this can be correlated with me not finding my experiential pleasures within excessive material based reality. In fact, I really look towards analytical computation instead of having plenty of things. I rather look towards being with people and expressing my love through granting them something that is of wisdom or something that can never be lost, basically, like the wind. It's always around, it fills every environment, and it is necessity. It is a necessity to be able to carry wind or let it flow through you. From here, I would also say that who am I? I am just an average dude who was born in 2000 um, of May 30th, my birth date, and I am from Texas. It's a great place to live. It's very fertile and farmland, and there's always abundance in in animals. We love the cows here. I know that there's also a great imbalance in how much animals are slaughtered a year. So this is one of the driving reasons that led me to change my diet as well. But that's for a whole different series or a whole different video. Um, Gravitating towards knowledges, like I said, I'm a very airy person. I'm always up in the air. My astral body is always floating above me. And I'm never in the body. I'm always thinking. I'm always analyzing. I'm always communicating with in the psychic realm. Um, it's a great place to be for me. It's just nowadays, now that everybody's becoming aware. Everybody's in lack of awareness of the psychic realm and its actuality. So whenever I'm constantly in there embodying a form to be able to maneuver through it like a medium or a telepath or a telekinetic or even just a plain psyche mind, it gets dark in there because we're usually on the superficial level of psyche, most ordinary people, and it's not that hard to go deeper in it. This is where psychology and such come into play. If you're into that, you can literally go on the internet and find anything having to do with psychology or even get a book, and then you would be on your way, bridging more of a mental body in the mental sphere or psychic realms. But yes, this is where I tend to stay, or not stay, but this is where I tend to dwell most of the time, being an air sign. It's a comfortable place for me, or uncomfortable, since the duality of it is always at flux. There's always darks, there's always suffering going on in the minds of men, period. And there's always joys in the mind of men as well, though. Profound joys. Yeah. Who am I? I would like to consider me a intellectual. I would like to consider me on the path of Buddhism. So, somewhat doctrinated in Buddha's works. I love him. He's right here talking through me right now. I am a follower. So, who am I? I am a knowledgeable person. My name is Andrew. I am a doctrinated on the outer ripples of Buddha's works. I am an intellectual, kind of the same thing as attaining a knowledge, but breaking down of things with my intellect. This is what I do most of the time. It's not good to be unbalanced and have intellect working all the time. You need to channel your intelligence as well, because intellect and intelligence are two completely different dimensions of the mind. But yeah, you gotta channel the intelligence as well, and keep a balanced state with it mentally, or else it just throws the body off. And this is getting into mysticism and whatnot. I would like to consider myself also somewhat getting into mystical experiences as well. I am knowledgeable in this region of life as well. It's a very heightened state of experience is what a mystical experience is. And basically, those who have mystical experiences are sometimes in Western civilization classified as having been through a psychological breakdown or a psychological breakthrough is what it really is, because what it really is a mystical experience that you are attained, that you have attained for yourself. And we are lacking in understanding of such experiences in life. So the government or the society collectively just kind of calls it a psychological breakdown, or psychotic breakdown for short. You know, when people go crazy because they're seeing things that aren't there, but they're dwelling too much in the mind in reality, and this can lead to mystical experiences, which is a whole indoctrination, or a whole experience that is heavily revolved culturally around in Eastern civilization. So it's just a Western thing that we're not in knowledge of what mystical experiences are, which is having a profound experience of life that enhances one's perception to life forever after it occurs. So basically, who am I? I am a person, once again. I am a person that is always within my own potential comfortably. You know, I like to keep a very strong bond to the knowing that I got this, you know, like before I take up any task or any project or any giant goal that is seeming unattainable at first, I always have that knowing inside me that I got this. It's easy, and it just takes a little bit of chipping away at like a block of stone, and then comes a man or a god or a, you know, Greek mythology referencing, like Hermes. Chipping away at that stone eventually leads to a figure as of Hermes, or Athena. You know, I can't remember what she's got of, but yeah, who am I? I am someone who actually likes and is fond of Greek mythology and Greek civilization. I don't have too much knowledge on this, but it's expanding every day. So this is something I can bring to the channel as well. Um, Hermes, we can talk about Hermes. Who am I? I feel a strong connection to Hermes as well, being a descendant of his legacy, and not only his legacy but his ever lingering eternity. His life force and his awareness is at one with mine. Hermes actually was reincarnated in a body multiple times over and over because he has the attained knowledge of consciously reincarnating his awareness or his soul or his life force, consciously reincarnating his life force body to body to body to body. So Hermes basically has the ability to consciously, meaning he knows he's doing it, to move from one body to the next over and over and over. When one of his bodies die, he already knows what body he's going to in the next life. So he goes and embodies that body, or he goes and embodies for easier pulling of strings. He embodies, and then he gets whatever necessary evolutionary progress done on this physical plane. That's basically something that Hermes can do. And Hermes is also known as Thoth, the Egyptian god. They're one and the same. Thoth came first, I believe, and he was depicted as a bird with a scepter. He is the scriber of the Emerald Tablets, and it's a very, 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 very profound set of tablets that are very strong in wisdom. They bring you a whole sense of alchemy and what it's like to be an alchemist after cultivating the wisdom and knowledge that comes with that reading of the tablets. And this puts you directly in tune with the universe and lines you with the whole cosmos, really. It's very profound set of tablets. Like I said, Hermes and Thoth are one and the same. They're both gods, but it's really just a disembodied being. Thoth, Hermes. Thoth was a god in the Egyptian civilization, and he came from Atlantis when Atlantis was on its last pegs of the third destruction, because Atlantis had periods of destruction. It was on the west coast of Africa, and Atlantis basically went through stages of destruction. It had three. It had one great one, and then the second one, and then there was a third one. During the third one, Thoth went about leaving to somewhere else, which was Egypt, with a whole civilization and what came from that civilization, and his wisdom and his teachings was the pyramids and his whole legacy with it. Basically, who am I? I am feeling like Thoth, or even Hermes. I kind of look like Hermes with the Greek the curls, Hermes curlies. Let me see. He also invented the lyre, supposedly, which is a guitar. It's a 4-string, the little guitar like what the elves play, or the fauns, which are the satyrs, which are the half goats, half men, which are real. They're existing within the heavily abundant tropical regions of Africa or Mesopotamia whenever it was abundant in life. Like the Garden of Eden is one of these places. It's a heavily abundant place of thriving greenery with life to sentient beings to thrive along the tropical grasslands or jungle lands. It was just basically the Garden of Eden was basically a heavily thriving jungle with a lot of mythological creatures such as satyrs or fauns or half men, half goat. These are all real. Like I said, they're just existing in places where there's life thriving, literally thriving. If there was a jungle all around me right now to the point where I couldn't even make my way through it, being a person of society which is conditioned to live within fashioned quarters, then that's where such creatures would grow. So yeah, those are pre-existing and maybe even existing nowadays. You know what, for sure existing nowadays, because that's one of the universal laws, that if you lived once, you live again, or if you just get rid of once and again, you live, and that's eternal life. That's a that's a truth of the universe. But yes, who am I? I am eternal life, basically. I don't want to be judgment. I'm not judgment. No, yes, I am judgment. That's one of man's strengths, to judge. One of his brain's capacities and abilities and mechanics is to judge. So let's use our judgment quite precisely as well, to trust your intuition, guys. Let me see. Who am I? I am love. I am literally love. That's it. I am the embodiment of love. My mother and father came together from the edges of the earth. Well, I mean, it was probably just Texas, but the edges of the earth, they both came from their own little corners of life, and miraculously, through a strong sense of magnetizing polation or electrical bondings, came together, had a passionate sexual intercourse, and out of this great love, out of this fucking amazing, profound love, came me. So this is basically, with common sense, why or how I am the actual embodiment of love. Because out of love, I was made. So I am love. Period. Um, and then, who am I again? I am basically just a dude trying to talk some truth on YouTube here and there. I need to refine my ability to talk unnervously, and the deeper truths will come. I also need to get better at editing, but for now, the beginning series that I made, it's a playlist, is going to be probably having no real intros or outros or even effects or any of that. Just some raw, uncut videos of me talking for now, so I can basically tamper a little bit with the editing softwares. And there's a bee right there. It's beautiful. Sometimes they'll land on me, and I won't really do much. I'll just let them do whatever they do. But they're super friendly, and I was watching one collect pollen yesterday actually, while eating, and it was so beautiful. I was just mesmerized by how intelligent bees are in reality. Like, they're if you see distance as non-relative or size as non-relative, and say that if you expanded a bee's anatomical size to mine, and they would be comparing, then you would say that that bee is probably more intelligent than me. In fact, I kind of know it's more intelligent than me in a way, because I just kind of lack. Meaning, I'm not intelligent. I'm just not utilizing it as much as I should, but that's going to change, obviously. I'm going to get more frequent with my tuning in to these different dimensions of my being, so I can bring it to camera for everybody. That would be fun, to be able to literally see my inward experience actualizing on camera. I know this is where transhumanism is going. Forget about transhumanism and humanity trying to turn itself into cyborgs for now. We can get into that topic a little later because I have plenty of knowledge on this also. This is just a who am I video. This is like the first video I've ever made. So who am I? I am a secret fighter for justice. I am a giver of truth, aka justice is giving someone the truth in their hands and allowing them to mold themselves with this truth. Okay? So, no opinions, because outside opinionations coming to me are not truth, only in the way that I am deciding who I am being, and I am cultivating my personal identity to what I want it to be refined as. So this can help with people suffering with lack of confidence, even. Like, really just know that anybody projecting some opinionation onto you from outside yourself is just not worth your time, because only you really truly get to decide who you're trying to be or who you want to be. And this can even lead to a whole mystical experience in itself, because sometimes life will just empower you to allow yourself to do such a thing, and then all the egotistical problemations will just drop. So yeah, who am I? I am embodiment of justice also. Let me see. Thumbnail. No, just kidding. It's not even gonna thumbnail. I don't have that knowledge yet. But I'm gonna get better at editing, so who am I? I am literally the universal energy in fluctuation and at play within itself. With looking at this with common sense, we can really say that everything is drawn out to vibration, frequency, and energy. My body is only electrical, and you can really know this by first saying that the sun, I guess, is a source of electricity. Without the sun, everything here would soon die and go away. So that means we are interdependent upon the sun, right? And take that source of energy away, and there'd be no life here on Earth. So that means we are interdependent with it. We are one and the same with the sun. So basically, I am a sun. I am literally a sun embodied in a different wavelength of energy, and then manifesting itself into a form. That is how we are energy. And then further, more universal energy to be, you can say that to be not is to mingle with a different form, and this different formation is coming about not being reliant on the source. So the source is the sun. And I know I'm getting confusing here, but keep the Shakespeare interpretation because he's also embodied within me. So there's something trying to be said for sure. I just can't string it together because of the nervousness. Let's say that the sun does go away one day and life completely dies. There's always another sun. And in this way, that energy of the universe, because suns are literally just energy, electricity, are forever manifesting themselves. And this is when you get into eternal life again. It's just a little symbolic way of saying that life is always here and it's always living. It does what it does. There really is no death. When my body decays, there's going to be another Andrew. There's literally going to be another person named Andrew. If you want it to be that close of a comparison, but but we can go even further with that one and say that when my body does decay, because it is inevitable, that my consciousness is streamed back. It's basically reverted to its, or not even reverted, it's basically holding bondage to a certain type of mental body. And then when this physical body dies, the mental body starts trying to look for another body. And this is the process of dying but living after death. In short, it can go way deeper. I just don't have the refined science or knowledge on it yet. I'm still doing a lot of research on this. And I got to secure a better platforming organization, because I'm kind of just recording raw. I'd still record this raw, but better with what I'm going to be talking about, basically. What I'm going to be talking about and what messages I'm going to get delivered to the minds and hearts of people in, for sure, attitudes. Because I don't want it to be something that you're just I don't really know. Instead, I want you to leave the channel every day or however long you tune in with attained knowledge. And this is going to happen. So, for now, it's just going to be a chill place. Come in, listen to me talk on what I have to talk about, and love yourself. Thank you for tuning in again. This video was Who Am I? You got a little descriptive, in-depth, knowledge of who I am. So, thank you.